Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are Healing with Human Connection, and we're going to talk about our programs today with the Mental Health Summit. So, without further ado, I'm Jean Ann Cannon. I'm a clinical social worker and have a private practice here in Michigan City. Go ahead, Stacy.
I'm Stacy Garslon. I'm the director of Anam Cara Counseling in LaPorte.
And I'm Lisa Scheller, an author of a new book called From Fear to Faith, A Family's Journey with Addiction, Recovery, and Grace, as well as I do a little bit of health coaching and family coaching for addiction.
Thank you. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Lisa. And thank you, Megan, our tech gal. And honestly, we have been doing this podcast for a while, and the reason for the podcast is to connect those listeners in our world with resources in our community. So weekly, and we're getting our wheels rolling here, but weekly we try to host someone in the community who is in the world of substance abuse and recovery and mental health issues of any sort, and that we can spotlight them and highlight them and talk about what's available. So let's see.
And I just want to say that
Sure.
when we decided to do this podcast, we understood that addiction and mental health go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
if you have mental health, you might have addiction, and if you have addiction, you might have mental health problems. So, and we're seeing a lot of that now that the COVID has opened up,
Right.
and seeing more that people are struggling, and that there's a lot of resources out there, and we just want to be there to share, to be a part of the recovery program.
Yeah, and to help end the stigma of mental health. There's this big stigma out there that, I don't need to go because there's nothing wrong with me. Or if I go, so people will know something's wrong with me. And we all have physical health. We see a doctor,
Yes.
like we all have a brain. So
Yeah.
we all have mental health, and we need to have those resources and to care for ourselves.
Yeah.
So this is to help end that stigma.
That's great, Stacy. So maybe what we can do is we'll take each one of us, talk about what we do specifically and what our programs are. Stacy, do you want to go
Oh,
first?
yeah, sure. So I'm the director of Anam Cara Counseling. We provide traditional mental health counseling, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, and that sort of thing. We also do EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization reprocessing. But one of the unique things about what we offer at Anam Cara is we offer equine assisted psychotherapy, specifically trauma focused as well. So we partner with horses on the therapy team, and what the horses bring to the therapeutic process is absolutely amazing. And I can talk about that for hours, but I will pause there and just welcome everyone to come and check out what we have. We have we do individual and group therapy. We also offer opportunities to come out and meet the herd. So we have a women's group, a veterans group, a new men's group that's coming, and we have a herd meditation so people can come and meditate with the horses. And those are all donation based. And we have a grief group as well. So with COVID, there's been a lot of grief in our community.
Yeah.
So those are all some opportunities to come and check us out.
So if anyone wants to check you out, Stacy, they should go online to
Online.
Anam Cara.
AnamCaraStables.org, and that is spelled AnamCaraStables.org. And then the phone number is 219-207-7222.
Great. Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you.
And Miss Lisa.
Yeah, so again, to mention that we have a new book out called From Fear to Faith. And so I've been doing a lot of different work in the community with the book, trying to get the resources out so that people know they don't ever have to travel this alone. As a family member who has dealt with my husband, who's a recovery alcoholic. Been doing a little bit of work with Anam Cara and helping do some raising of funds so that her programs can continue to happen in the community to make sure that people know they have a place to go. But just very passionate about my recovery as a family member, and I want to be that person that can walk alongside the families to know that you might be dealing with this, but you're going to be okay. And we always know that it takes human connection to have that relationship, and that people don't feel like they have to figure it out, because we don't always have we're not thinking straight, and we don't always have the tools that we think we should have.
Oh gosh, Lisa, that is so great. And the book, again, From Fear to Faith, is fabulous. Having family member gone through addictions and recovery, the book is fabulous. So if nothing else, if you're listening, definitely pick up that book, or you can certainly call Lisa too.
Yeah, and I have a website, it's called Heart and Health, and also a Facebook page, so
Great.
that's where it can be reached.
Thank you. And lastly, I'm Jean Ann Cannon. I'm a clinical social worker, been in my private practice over 20 years, mostly women's issues, couples counseling, but deal in all type of mental health issues, depression, anxiety. So if you're interested, you can certainly give me a call. I'm located here in Michigan City on 7th Street, but I also do online therapy and life coaching. So the number is 219-878-0322. And I think it's safe to say that for all of us, that just give us a call. If we're a good fit, great. If we're not a good fit, I do a lot of referring out.
Yeah.
And we've all been in the field a long time. So if we can't help you, we certainly have some ideas of what can help you. And answering any of the fearful questions that you may have about reaching out, we're happy to do that, honestly, for free on the phone. No strings attached, no judgment. And as both Stacy and Lisa have talked about, you know, any one of you out there is eligible to just give us a call and get information, because as Lisa talked about, connecting to people is the answer, because education is powerful, and learning some of the pros and cons, and this is what is helpful and this is what is not helpful, whether you're the person struggling with mental health or substance abuse, or you're a family member of someone with struggling with substance abuse or mental health. Finding out the whys and wherefores is a beginning. So we wish you all good health. We thank you for joining us. Anything else you want to add?
Just that our podcast can be found on YouTube. It can be found on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Healing with Community Connections, and a couple of different platforms. So again, like Jean Ann had mentioned, we are out here to spread the word in the community, in the Northwest Indiana, anywhere. Just, you know, we have different guests from all over, and just a wealth of information. So yeah.
Great. And again, as Stacy said, you know, there's no judgment to getting help. Just as if you had a physical problem, you go to a doctor. Mental health, substance abuse, wow, let's get the help you need. And the beginning is finding out what kind of help is out there.
And you're not alone.
Oh, golly, thank you. So thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. We wish you all the best. Be very kind to yourself, and we wish you courage to reach out and find out more information. Thank you.